Hello, everybody. Welcome back to Tarot Talk Live. And my name is Catherine. And welcome to all of you, my beautiful soul tribe. Let's get started. And we are going to be looking more closely into the Nancy Guthrie crime. This is a crime. This isn't a kidnapping. This is a taking. This is a violation. I don't even know what to call it, but I know that it is not a kidnapping. Okay. I know that it is not a kidnapping. And I know that this isn't a ransom case. Okay. Whether or not the ransom letters were real or not, I don't believe they were actually intended for payout purposes. I think that they were intended for throw someone off of the bunny rabbit trail purposes, maybe to thwart an investigation purposes, or maybe to point the finger in a different direction. So we're going to look at that. We're going to look into some other things. But what we are going to do, we are going to be looking at oracle messages from our collective oracle box here, you guys. This box was created for you guys, and I have so many cards in here right now, but all of these cards were created for all three of my channels, you guys. I do have two other channels on YouTube. Queen Cancer Tarot is my main channel, and I do have membership options available on that channel. So if you would like to support me or any of the channels, please go to Queen Cancer Tarot and join the channel membership. And there's lots of perks on each membership level, and there are three, starting at, I believe it's $2.99 a month. All right, so very reasonable. It goes up to $4.99, and then I believe $9.99 is the third tier. And for the third tier, you do get access to all of the extendeds that I do on all of my channels for free. Okay, so like I say, once that membership is popping, there'll definitely be lots and lots more content. But for right now, I do have special members only access, and those of you who are, you will be pleased, because once that membership activates, you will start to get all sorts of members only content funneled directly through to you, and only you and other members. Okay, so that's kind of the privilege. But yes, please make sure, you guys, that you check me out on Queen Cancer Tarot. And also, I do read for all 12 signs on my other channel, my sister channel, which is She Reads Tarot. So check me out on both of my channels. All of my information and the links to get to me everywhere is below. Go check out my website if you would like to book a reading with me. And I'm sorry for wasting all this time, but I just needed to get that information out for all of you all who are new. This is a newer channel, meaning that I have not really been very active. I haven't gone live a whole lot, which I am going to start going live. That is pretty much the the purpose of the channel. Tarot Talk Live is for me to go live, but I'm getting into my studio. So once I do that, you will hear, and you will hear more of me. Okay. All right. So let's get started, babies. All right. So before we even get started with the questions, I feel like we need to let's get some things written out here. Okay. So a few things that we want to look at. So how close, okay, or of what relationship to Nancy were those involved in the arrangement of this crime that has occurred, and how close or of what relationship to Nancy are those involved in the assistance. So we're going to be looking at two things here. So we have Nancy Guthrie. So we're going to be looking at arrangement, and who. We're going to look at who provided assistance, who actually did the deed. Okay, who was right. Okay, and as it pertains to the who, okay, because I want to break down the why, the what, the where, the when, the how, okay, and the who. And we're starting with the who, right? We're starting with the who. Let's write this down. This is the who, okay? And we're going to go through all of these in this next series of readings that I'm going to be doing. I'm focusing on all of these aspects, but we're starting with the who. So, who arranged this? Who assisted? Now, as it pertains to the who, there's a sense of someone who is going to potentially reveal themselves at some point. So does Nancy have awareness? Is there awareness of who? Just turns out that these are all A's. So we have arrangement. Who arranged? Who assisted? And who was aware? Was Nancy aware of who these people were? Let's look at the cards. And then after this, we're going to be looking at, the different senses. So sight, feel, touch. I want to know, what did she see? What did she feel? What were the senses that were engaged as far as her having some sort of a physical contact with anyone or anything? How did she physically feel? You know, we're going to go through those things. What did she smell, if anything? Anything stick out? Lavender, vanilla, whiskey, anything that, tobacco or cigar even, or pipe. What may have stood out, right? So we're going to look at those in the next episode of Conspiracy Theory. So please stay tuned for that. I'm very excited for that episode because that is one thing that I wanted to hone in on, okay, for a while now. But we're getting to that. We're getting to that. So right now we're looking at the who. All right. So there are some tried and truths that I want to work with tonight. So we're going to be working with the Spirit Shield Oracle deck. We're going to be working with the True Emotional Oracle deck. And we are going to be working with the Beach Time Soul Oracle deck. Okay. And from the tarot, we will be looking at this tarot deck, and I will let you know exactly which deck this is. One of my faves. But I'll have to look. I'll let you know which deck it is. All right, so let's go ahead and start with arrangement. Who arranged or of what relationship to Nancy, right? How close were those involved in the arrangement? Who were these people? Of what relationship to Nancy are the arrangers of this crime? This is all for entertainment purposes only. Everything I say is for entertainment purposes, and I hope that this does entertain you. Okay. Everyone is considered innocent until proven otherwise in a court of law. Okay. You are presumed innocent until proven guilty. Tell me about arrangement. Who arranged this crime and how close were they? Or of what relationship to Nancy were they? Okay, we have one that just came out in the reverse. Okay, and it says gather in the reverse. Now, when you're gathering, right, when this is in the upright, this is all about getting people together, going to a get together, gathering, attending a party, hosting a get together, accepting an invitation, a place that is going to be fun, where you're liked, where there's community, people that you trust. And this is in the reverse. So there's energy of those who were not in attendance of this party. Or perhaps there was no party. Perhaps there's an energy of the arrangements whereby those who were not in attendance of the party, right? Those who were not necessarily part of her community, while this is in the reverse. Someone who did not live near Nancy at all, which lets me know and also confirms that this is part of a, what should I say, a grander scheme of things. Okay? There is bigger work at play in the background. Okay? So we're going to keep that there. And let's look under the deck. And that card fell. But we have travel here. So travel fell out. I was going to look at it, but it made sure that it made its way out, right? To furthermore show that the person that arranged this traveled or would be someone who lives at a long distance. Do you see that word? Someone who would have to come by airplane or someone who lives far away. Perhaps even with weekend getaway, as you are seeing, and it did show that this person potentially may have come there on the weekends or traveled. You know what I mean? From a distance. All right. Interesting. This is someone who does not live near Nancy, period. You would have had to travel. This person, whoever arranged it, was not on site. Whoever arranged the situation is not someone that is on site. So let's look here in the true emotional deck and see what comes. Tell us more about the arrangers. Okay, this just kind of flipped itself out here. Ooh, secret accounts. Okay, and we got a cell phone. We have someone who has some sort of a secret burner phone, or someone who is large enough entity and secret enough that they can hide communications. They are on the back end of things, but there's some sort of secret communication. This person may be not close by. They may be at a long distance, but their connection may be through some sort of a secret account or airway. Underneath the deck here, look at this. Bad news. And if you all would like to recall, just quickly, when they announced that our government was pretty much petitioning for the FBI to be firmly involved, namely speaking, Mr. to get involved and to assist in this investigation. Seemed quite odd, but okay, definitely interesting. And obviously someone felt that it was important enough to make a show of it to make this happen. Okay. So it was a thing. And right at that time was also around the same 24-hour period, maybe weekend, that we went to the war room. Okay. And so bad news here. There's something happening, some communication. Someone is getting bad news, receiving bad news, and this is going to be part of this reason why this has to be definitely communication that doesn't make it through the channels. Someone's getting some bad news because someone else has had to receive some bad news, is what I'm also picking up on. Don't know why, but there it is. Okay. Let's go on. Let's see what we get from our beach time soul here. Tell us more about these arrangers, those who arranged the situation. And then we'll look at the tarot messages and we'll go on to the assistants, those who provided assistance. Tell me about the arrangers. More energy behind those who arranged this. Okay. That pretty much is right in line. The Grim Reaper. Okay. The Grim Reaper is who's responsible. The relationship is over. No second chances. Grow and transform your life. Under the deck, we have wedding rings. So this marks some sort of a partnership, right? Some sort of an agreement, a contract even. Marriage is a contract, but this is what is binding. This is a symbol. Okay, wedding rings are a symbol of the binding contract, right? One person has one, the other has the other. This is a contract with the devil himself. Lord have mercy. All protective energy, and we are covered. We are covered in Jesus' name by the blood. Okay, I like to start there. And we all know the light is white. Okay, we all know it is pure wherever Jesus is, but it starts with the blood. Okay, we're going to go through the fire, but we're going to be in protective arms. Okay, at all times, but you must go through the fire to get to the light. I'm just sorry. It's a known thing. It's what I saw when I was taken to paradise, when I crossed over, when I was able to see and have this vision and be taken to heaven. I had my experience after death. And like I say, you have to go through the fire first. So, don't know what they told y'all, but this is what I know and I've been shown. But I also have been shown the protection of being a believer, period, nothing else. And also having that light, right? Forever seeking the truth. So the Grim Reaper and wedding rings, that's interesting. That is super, super interesting together because this is all about a contract and you have your part of this contract and I have my part, and this is what you're going to get and this is what I'm going to get, right? So this is something that is binding, but the Grim Reaper never has any real intentions on keeping any promises. There's just an intention of getting what they want. And once they get it, the relationship is over. It says it. I feel like this arranger is so big that they are able to call certain shots and then walk distances away and completely know that they're safe at all times because the other person feels a lack of protection because of how big the arranger is. Do you see what I mean? So the assistant is going to be concerned about ratting out the arranger because they're going to know that that's almost instant kaput for them, if that makes sense. Yeah. So let's look at the tarot messages and just see what comes through here because that's a lot. If this person is not close, obviously, this person is from a distance, but they're making things happen. They're sitting there with secret accounts and bad news. They're sitting there making things happen and creating bad news, literally. This is someone who is literally controlling the news cycle. And who has access to control a news cycle? Interesting. I don't know. Not sure. But you all can let me know how that resonates for you. You don't have to put names in the comments and, just keep it above. But keep it real. So let's see here. Tell me more about the arrangement and the arranger. Tell me more about the arrangement and the arranger. Let's just see what we get here. Okay, so that did have to go in the reverse, didn't it? Interesting, y'all. Yep. So look at this. 5 of Wands, first card out. So this is all about strife. This is all about causing some sort of a calamity or some sort of conflict between individuals or people. And this is also an energy of conflict in a relationship. So there could be some agreement that has gone awry. Why? Because like I said, the Grim Reaper is not keeping promises here. Okay. We also have the Ace of Cups in the reverse. And we have the Warden, which is always the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay. So whenever you see the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, someone is not happy. Okay. Someone is feeling taken advantage of. There's an energy of being insecure. An energy of also some sort of envy. Yeah, but I'm going to say more on the insecure end. When it is paired like this came out with this Ace of Cups in the reverse, so I am going to pair it with this Queen of Pentacles in the reverse. The Ace of Cups in the reverse is someone who doesn't feel secure or safe in the connection. It's all about, yeah. It's all about emotional instability or feeling blocked emotionally. And someone who's intentionally, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh, oh my gosh. Okay, so this is that Five of Wands. This is all about action, right? Somebody taking action. Fives represent fear, okay? Um, and we've got some sort of a conflict here. This is someone who's wanting to take action because something has happened to this person to cause some sort of emotional instability or insecurity has taken place. Also, could be financial insecurity because we have that Queen of Pentacles and now she's in the reverse. And when it's in the upright, okay, that is all about helping others, right? Being available, comforting, also caring for others, right? But this is in the reverse, okay? So feeling like, a lot of tension here. But this is on purpose. Someone wants someone to be afraid, or someone wants someone to feel emotionally unstable or insecure. Someone wants someone else to feel insecure. And it's someone that is connected to Nancy. This is obviously for someone else. This, whoever arranged this, did this because they were sending some sort of a sign to someone else to be insecure and to be worried. We have the Two of Cups coming up again. I told you there's some sort of partnership or two people working as a team. We also have the Nine of Cups here under the deck. Lots of cups here. We have 11 so far. And this is someone who is, with the Two of Cups, it's like this person is satisfied. They're in a happy connection, or they're happy to be with one another, or that whatever it is that they're doing for one another, it's their needs are being met and fulfilled here. We have the Knight of Wands. This is an energy of someone who is taking up for themselves. Someone who's going and doing their own thing, if it means self-sufficiency, if it means getting what they want, if it means protecting themselves or someone else that they choose to protect. Yeah, this is someone who is going through the most to make someone's life miserable. And at the end of the day and behind the scenes, what this person doesn't realize is that they're basically going against the person that they care about or the person that they have a commitment with, or some sort of contractual obligation to do something, and this person is not going to do it. With the Knight of Wands, they're going to say, they don't have to do this. There's nothing that is obligating this person to act. There's an energy of leaving this person out in the cold. I keep just kind of getting with that 5. Yeah, leaving this person out in the cold. Wow. Let's clarify here. 5 of Wands. And look, the Knight of Swords. Okay. This is tension. This is someone saying something with that Knight of Swords, and it's like it's going to cause some sort of problems. Like it's going to change everything. This person is going to change everything. The King of Wands, plans. Someone is making some sort of plans and they want to change. They want to make some sort of a difference and send a message through. There's a message that is going to be sent to whoever is getting this bad news here. Tell me about the Ace of Cups in the reverse. And we have, look, y'all, I kid you not, I don't make it up. We have the 5 of Wands again and the King of Swords this time. The 5 of Wands again and the King of Swords. This is someone basically who is feeling justified, right? There's an energy of someone who feels justified because for them being angry and upset. Something is taking place here as well. Otherwise, that King of Swords wouldn't be popping off. This is somebody who is very certain that someone is not doing right. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Things are very one-sided. Okay. Someone is not getting their needs met, but it's very obvious. So there's not going to be any getting around it here. So take that how it resonates, but there's an energy of people who made promises are backing off. They're reneging. They're challenging those that they made promises with, and things are happening. So that's kind of scary and different all at once. So now let's look at these that or any who assisted with this. Okay. Yeah, let's just get right into it. How does or of what relationship with Nancy Guthrie, what relationship to or with Nancy Guthrie are those involved with the assistance of this event or crime? So who had hands on, basically? Who had hands on? Not the organizers, but the doers. Who were the doers? Tell us what energy is around the doers. And, well, there you have it, babes. We have abuse. We have spirit coming through. Okay. So we have an abusive natured individual. That just bothers me. Under the deck, we have prison. Yeah, they're definitely bound. They're definitely bound. They're definitely, I said this, they are in some sort of a spiritual prison with abuse, spirit, and prison. This person is toxic. This is that devil energy coming through. But on the reverse end of it, in a not good way. Put it in a not good way, right? Yep, marriage. I told you. See? Prison and marriage. So listen, and we're talking about those that assisted the actual doers. Two people that were married are going to go to prison. I keep saying this in every reading I've done since day 3. There have been multiple people, at least 3 or 4, and there is a couple amongst this group, not just any couple, but someone who has said vows, or there's some sort of a long term tie in here with marriage. Okay, I'm just telling you. Sorry, but it is what it is. I'm telling you what I'm telling you what I'm telling you. Telling you what the cards are saying here. There we go. That's what I meant to say. All right, but let's look further into these assistants here, or those who did, the doers. Tell me more surrounding these energies. So we have secluded. Yeah, they live in a secluded area, or situation or distance. They live out there in the boondocks. Separation, reflecting, and soul searching. And look, we have faith, healing, meditation, and we have praying here. Secluded, and then we have praying. So this is giving me energy of ducked off, not coming out right now. We have cope here. So yeah, they're trying to deal with things with faith, healing, meditation. They're trying to take their mind off of things. With secluded, it's like they're trying to separate from the event that is taking place. They are someone close. With cope under the deck, they are coping and dealing with things. And look, goodbye. They're dealing with how she left. And we have feeling like ish. Feeling like ish, y'all. Look at this. Feeling like ish, okay? And yeah, they're feeling bad about and having to deal with the truth of what they have done. And why do we have funeral coming right after this? Y'all, I'm not even kidding. I can't even make this stuff up. Is there going to be a body, y'all? I'm just wondering. Are they going to find remains? So we will ask that in the next one. Well, we can look now to see awareness, who, and perhaps let's see if Nancy was aware. But before we do that, let's look at the tarot messages really quick for the assistant. Tell me about secluded, okay, and praying and funeral here. Under the deck, cope, goodbye, feeling like ish, and funeral. Tell me about secluded and praying. And then we have abuse, spirit, prison, and marriage. Or is that the previous? No. Yeah. Abuse, spirit, prison, and marriage. Okay. So let's see here. Let's see what's going on with this married couple. What's going on with prison? Someone from in that married couple, have they ever been to prison? Could that be? Or they're going to prison because of their abusive nature? Tell me more, please, about the assistants here. So yeah, we have the Ten of Swords in the world. So there's definitely going to be some sort of a major ending, or someone was brutalized or victimized, and we have someone stabbed. And we have someone who has just been taken advantage of, hurt, in the back, betrayed. And with the world, there's a energy of trying to get closure from what they have done to their loved one or done to someone. This is someone close. We have the Seven of Pentacles underneath the deck. I wasn't ready for under the deck yet, but we're ready now. Seven of Pentacles and the Hermit. See, this is somebody who is looking forward to some sort of reward, but with the Hermit, they're also, it's like there's some sort of light that's shining on them, over what they did in the past. It's like there's some sort of light that's being shown as they are trying to sit there and pretend as though they are not sitting there watching the flowers grow and watering them to see how quick they're going to grow, right? It's like they're waiting on something that to come through, not wanting to make a move. Okay, Seven of Pentacles, patience, right? Because they feel like if they move too quick, it is going to turn you on to how things really are, right? With that Hermit, they're looking deeper, right? But they're waiting on something. They have expectations of all these big and wonderful things, but yet with the Hermit, they don't want to sit there and evaluate what they're doing right now or what they've done in the past, even, right? Because that light is being shown on the past. Okay, so that's interesting within itself. Let's keep going here. Secluded, and then we have this faith, meditation, healing, praying card here. Secluded and praying. Okay, and this is all about those who are who assisted, actually did something. They're trying to go to a secluded place, or they went somewhere, and with praying here, they were praying for forgiveness since they know what they have done. And they're having a hard time coping. It says it here, cope under the deck. Okay. So look, you have two people here. Oh, wow. So you have a King of Pentacles, which is someone who's married. Okay. Could be a father figure, someone, a husband. This is all about being safe, feeling protected as well. Someone who's working. We have the Knight of Swords here. This is an energy of someone who is moving quickly, or there's something, some sort of message that this person is wanting to fix something, turn things around. That's what I'm getting. They're being assertive, but they're wanting things to be perfect. This is someone who also is quite impatient, okay, because they want things, they have such great ambitions, okay. The King of Pentacles also does as well, and this person is looking off though in the past direction as if it's not a big deal and they have all this time on their hands. Whereas the Knight of Swords is like, you know what, we're going to fix this, we're going to fix it now, we're going to move on to the next, right? And yeah, so somebody's not really getting this. Interesting. So I just thought I would show the energy behind this. Underneath the deck here, Ace of Wands. Yep. Moving real fast here, but there's also an energy with the Ace of Wands. And now the Magician. I'm telling you, this person has something planned. There's something that is planned, or someone is ready to jump because they're wanting things to come through for themselves. Wow. So let's go ahead lastly and look at the awareness of the situation. Was Nancy aware of who took her or who committed this crime against her? Was Nancy aware of who committed this crime against her or took her? Was she aware? Let's get another one. Okay, so we have cleansing and winter time. Okay. Decluttering your space, cluttering your energy, frequency, and music protection, spells and crystals, and salt bath powder. Did I say bath powder? Salt bath or shower. Sorry. I read that all wrong. And again, wintertime. So under the deck, Ascension, you guys. Yes, I do feel with message, okay? Message. So cleansing and wintertime. decluttering space, clearing energy, salt bath, shower. Yep. And ascension and message. Well, oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Okay, we've got peace coming through here and time. It will happen in the near future. Y'all, kind of makes me a little to get this. Okay, we've got cleansing in winter time. And I'm just getting an energy of things being very void, very cold. But the message is that there has been ascension. All right, there has been ascension, and there needs to be further grounding, right, of the energy to have a higher understanding here of the message. There is some sort of a message that Nancy understood, right? Cleansing, decluttering your space. So, was it someone that came to help her clean? Right? Did she recognize someone in that manner? What was it? Yeah, but with ascension here with message, I'm definitely seeing that there was some awareness on Nancy's end of who it was. Okay, and then again under the deck, peace and time. No, it won't happen in the near future. So let's look at the which one? True emotional. Oracle deck here. Sorry, guys. Tell me about Nancy's awareness. Was Nancy aware of who committed this crime against her? So we have Fed up here and Queen B. So this is all about being on top of something, maybe even on top of your own business, and just being fed up of people not treating you like you can handle your business. Okay, under the deck, GPS. Okay, so someone watching, knowing where someone lived or came from, look my way. See, I'm telling you right now. Why did I say that? People treating you, listen, my way. Selfish, stubborn, arrogant, pride, and ego. Someone that was very, very close to Nancy that wanted their way. They weren't getting it. They were fed up because she was the queen bee and it was all about what her decisions were. Obviously, I don't care who had power of anything. It was all went through Nancy or someone else close. And that's interesting that I'm saying it. Not happy. Somebody wasn't happy about this. And then we have shady. So someone is going to, and that's the past and that's the future. So someone is not happy about something that took place in the past, and they're going to perhaps do something that's very shady, but we're back to it here with love message here. So yeah, take that how it resonates, but I'm going to take that as somebody is needs to be watched because they're not getting their way. There's energy of not getting their way. And these are people who are either close or people who use GPS. Tell me more about the awareness level on Nancy's part. Healthy choices in the reverse and palm tree. Let's see what else comes here. Tell me more about. Okay, look, Separation in the reverse. Okay, this is all about whether or not Nancy was aware. Separation in the reverse and healthy choices in the reverse. So this is all toxic. With separation in the reverse, holding on, some sort of a toxic hold. And we have palm tree. This is someone who's not going anywhere. You can blow it down and it'll go down to the ground, but when the wind stops, it'll go straight back up. So very different. Yeah, that palm tree definitely is letting me know that this person is not giving up easily, but neither are you here. So this is with when it comes to Nancy being aware. When it comes to Nancy being aware, there was a decision that was made with separation in the reverse. Someone didn't make a wise decision. They made a unwise decision to cause the harm of someone that was irrevocable. She could not come back. There was no coming. Mm-mm. Under the deck, heart with a key. And hammer. So as soon as there's energy of as soon as something is unlocked, someone's going to sabotage something. As soon as something is unlocked, someone's going to sabotage something. And with both, they're going to try to get away. Someone is going to try to get away. They're going to try to manipulate things or to use a key investigative tool or get information that's key to try to cause some sort of havoc in some way. I'm telling you. Nope. Let's see. I was like, do I want to open a different deck now? No. Same deck here. So tell me specifically about those aware. Okay. So we have that King of Cups in the reverse, y'all. Ooh, and two more. We have the Four of Wands and the Knight of Pentacles, you guys. That Knight of Pentacles is interesting. It's a tricky one because, it's on the upright, right? This person is honest and they also are providing, but not, yeah, that Knight of Pentacles again is tricky because they move slow. They move slow. They just move slow. And they're making some sort of an offering here of what pentacles they have. King of Cups in the reverse, cold. Knight of Pentacles. Knight of Pentacles. Let's see here. Under the deck, look at this, y'all. We have the King of Swords and the Judgment card here. And the Hierophant, which again, that does represent some sort of a changed mind, lightened, right? Being aware, seeing. Now, the King of Swords is all about the truth, the law, justice, and then being judged. judgment, instant judgment because of this truth. And with rooted here, there's energy of having some sort of a promise or contract even. So that is So that Four of Wands also here is all about the home, being at home, being safe, being comfortable. And then this King of Cups in the reverse, who is very, very distant. This is someone who is very selfish and moody. Let's see here. Yeah. Yep. Four of Wands, King of Cups, and the Knight of Pentacles. Yeah, the King of Swords definitely is giving me with the Judgment card. It's like, yeah, you're all the way wrong here. Okay. But you're about to learn today. I keep saying that this person was very much in the wrong, but they are about to learn some things today. We're not going to get to the bottom of every question, every, theory, every answer, but we are going to try. That's one thing I do know. So let's go ahead and cap it here. We took a in-depth look into the who. We are going to be coming back with where, okay, coming up next. And we're going to focus on some questions that I feel like resonate heavily with the locations of some very important aspects of this case. And we will look to see you guys there. Again, sorry for the little bit of the delays and the choppiness, but we got through it. And I'll be back again. I love you. Take care. Bye.